Hey guys, so Thursday the 21st of April and another green day. It's a smaller green day today, but green is good. And even though it was a small day, it was a very difficult day to trade today. There was quite a few gappers this morning, quite a few stocks moving that were low value stocks. When I say low value, I mean the price per share was below $3. And I have my own rules where I try not to trade the lower price stocks. I have my strategy, and that involves a sweet spot between $4 and kind of $30. And anything outside of those, I only really tried as an exception. I did trade the exception today, and one of those was CYN, which was a lower price stock. We traded 4 trades in total today, and 3 of them went for us, 1 against. So 75% accuracy, 3 to 1. That's good returns, and just a little over $1,000 in profit means that we're edging closer and closer to green on the month. We've got one more trading day this week. We hopefully tomorrow we'll see a little bit more volatility and a little bit more volume in the market, that we can actually get green on the month, and then that leaves us all of next week to actually make some profits worth taking note of. April's been a very difficult trading month for me this month. It's started with a big loss on the first of the month, and since then we've been trying to dig ourselves and slowly trade ourselves out of that hole. So on the trade profit and loss right now, we're green, but that doesn't take into account the transaction charges, commissions, fees, etc. That come after that. And when I take that into account, we're net still slightly down on the month. So we're looking to get green on the month tomorrow. We've been green all of last week and most of this week. So given that 4 days last week and 4 days this week green, that's 8 trading days in a row. So that's good progress. We seem to be on a roll, and I think we're managing our risk a lot better than we had done previously, and we're happy with that. So I'll go into the trades that we took, and before I do that, remember to smash the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying the content and you find it educational, or even if you just like laughing at my face. I mean, that's fine too. If you want to see me trading my strategies live and learning something live, you can get involved in the chat as well, get involved in the live stream. Hit the notification bell. You'll be notified every time I go live. So without more further ado, let's get into the trades. So we traded 4 trades today. We traded ATER, we traded CYN, we traded SWVL. Sounds like a female R&B group, and we also traded VERU again. And VERU's a bit of a strange one because we win, then we lose, then we win, then we lose. So it's teasing us a lot. But we've made our money with it over the last week and a bit. And I can't begrudge VERU too much because it has been profitable for us. Anyway, we didn't trade anything pre-market. There was just nothing really moving up. Nothing had any particular volume or volatility pre-market that was above $3. It seemed like all the gappers this morning were small price stocks or lower price stocks. And as a result of that, we were waiting for some action. When the bell rang, we saw that ATER moved up. It hit the scanners. It was red on the day. It made a red to green move. It hit the scanners, and we can see here that it was around the VWAP area. It was red on the day, so it wasn't showing up as a gap up, but it did start to move up, and then it hit the scanners. Now, ideally for us, the right move would have been to get in for the break of the high of this candle here, kind of bull flag move, the first pullback. We actually missed this, and we saw this, so we got in for the break of going green, so the break of that level of going green on the day. We took 2,500 shares. We took 1,500 off at the top of this move here. Then when it started to pull back, first candle to make a new low, we exited the rest of the position. And that was a reasonable start. This pullback, we looked at it for a bull flag move, and we got in here for the break of new highs, i.e. the bull flag breakout. It faked us out, didn't actually go our way, and we got out for a cheeky loss there. So at that stage, we were a little bit down on the day. We did trade this a little bit later in the day, but that was about $400 down on the day. We then went to CYN, which I'll come to in a moment, and we got $200 to the good, so it halved that deficit. And then we came back to ATER. So ATER, we watched. It was again testing that previous closing price of 465 as resistance. We got a volume spike as it broke that. We looked for the first pullback to the confirm as support. We got the first pullback, and then obviously we're looking for the next candle to make a new high as our entry point, which is where we got in. And we got in for 5,000 shares. It didn't break out straight away, but it did kind of move sideways a little bit. We got this little doji candle, so it was a little bit up and down. We gave it enough room to make its move, and move it did. And it went all the way up to $5, and that's where we actually exited the position. We took a little profit on the way, but we exited the position at $5. And I think that was not even where we were finished. But we tried again for this move up, but then we exited this position kind of break even, and that was us done with ATER. We made over $700 with ATER. As I said earlier, our second trade was CYN, and this was we got $200 on this move, so we caught this a little bit late. We were looking for a clean entry. We got the pullback, and we got in for just over $2. I don't normally trade lower priced stocks, and this was it was just the lack of options to trade. Now, being impatient, sometimes you just let the market come to you. Maybe just give it give it to one of those days that it's just not going to be your day. So today, I kind of realized that I got lucky with this because I don't normally trade stocks under $3. But we decided to get this because this was it was moving up. It was really probably the top gapper on the day at the time, and moving up really well. So we got 5,000 shares in here, and we moved up. It took a while, but we moved up. As it pulled back, continued to move up. We took our first profit at 240, and then we stopped out for a small profit of 231. So all in all, we made $200 profit on that. It's a base hit. Base hits are important. The more base hits you get, they do add up across the course of the. Then we went to VERU, and VERU is one of those that I just go to VERU now. So then we traded VERU, and we've been trading this every other day or something, or we've been trading most days over the last week, and we seem to be having one day we'll take profits, one day we'll lose with it, and today was a losing trade. So we saw the move up. It was actually red on the day, so another red to green move. It moved up, and we took profits up here for the break of new highs, and we're just giving it a 10-cent risk. We got in for I think it was 2,500 shares, and it was around 12.07 is where we got in, and it moved up. It moved up as high as 12.13, so we could have got about 5 cents on it, but we were looking for at least 10 cents. Just before we started taking profit, we ideally wanted 20 because we're giving that 2-to-1 risk versus reward. It moved against us, so we got out at 11.97. So it came 10 cents down, and at this stage it was 2,500 shares for 10 cents. it meant that we were 250 bucks down on VERU. So we were 2 trades good at this stage. We were 1 trade bad. We were still in profit. We hadn't lost any of our gains as such in terms of going into the red. And then the next trade we took was SWVL, and this, I don't know why we're looking at this at this level, but SWVL had gapped up, and this is a gap up, if you will, and it then pulled back. It moved up into a halt again, and then it resumed higher, moved up into a halt again, resumed higher, and then as it moved up into another halt, it then resumed flat and moved down into a halt. And it was we're talking about 4 seconds between the resumption and the move back down. Then it gapped down. Very, very volatile stock. And what I couldn't fathom here was where there was any news catalyst. I couldn't find a news catalyst on this. So we looked for the pullback, some kind of quick pop, if you will, and we got that here. So we got in with we got in for 3,000 shares at it's actually 5,000 shares. You can get filled straight away. So we got to it took us a while to get filled, and that was the thing here. So we got 5,000 shares here. It moved up from, because we got in at 810, it moved up to 832, and we pressed the button on the sell. It only sold 100. So we were actually trying to sell 2,500, trying to exit half of our position, and it only sold 100. We only got filled for 100 shares, but all the way back to the VWAP, but we're still holding effectively 4,900 shares here, and then it moved back up, and that's when we got the rest of the 2,500 filled out at 832. And so a 22-cent move on those. When it started to pull back again, that's when I pulled the trigger and we exited the position. And you know, it was a relatively quick exit. We managed to make over 500 bucks on that, so 572, which effectively put us on the day a little over $1,200 profit. So a good green day, and all. That's kind of where we finished. We went out. We were going to come back for Power Hour, but then I started watching some programs on the TV, and I thought, do you know what? Yesterday I came back for Power Hour and gave up all my gains up until then, the Tesla earnings call. So I thought, no, I'm not going to do that today. I'm just going to give it. I'm going to be happy with the gains. We've got over $1,000 net on the 1,027 net is after the commissions and charges. So I'm going to be happy with what we've got today. It's the 8th green day in a row. We've got one more trading day of the week before we head into the final trading week of the month. So I'm just going to take my gains and go. And this is something that you need to get used to doing as a new trader, as a beginner trader, is just be happy with what the market's giving you. Don't get greedy. I have a minimum with a small account. I have a minimum goal of 5%, and if I look at what my goal today was, I was looking for 1250, based on where my account started. It started with 26,000 equity. I was actually looking for 1250 or 1300 as the goal. The fact that we got 1297, it's pretty much that 5% that we were looking for. So, okay, I'm going to quit while I'm ahead, I think is the best terminology. So that's what we've done. We're back at it tomorrow. So remember to join us tomorrow. We'll be back at it first thing, an hour before market opens. It's 1 p.m. London and Dublin time. It's 8 a.m. Market time. So join us there, and we'll be trading live from there. So I look forward to seeing you there.